In this Photoshop tutorial, I'm going to show you how to merge two images together in a clean, realistic way, even if you're brand new to editing. We'll start by moving your subject from one image into another, then we'll resize and position it properly, and finally, I'll show you the pro step that makes the whole edit look natural by matching the lighting and color tones. If you find this helpful, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more easy Photoshop tutorials just like this. Alright, let's jump in. First, open both of your images in Photoshop. It's easiest if each image is in its own tab because that lets you move back and forth quickly while you build the composite. One image should be the subject you want to cut out, and the other image should be the new background where you want to place that subject. Now go to the tab that contains the subject you want to move. To select the subject quickly, choose the Quick Selection tool by pressing W, or go up to the top menu and click Select, then Subject. Photoshop will try to detect the main object automatically, which saves a lot of time compared to tracing it manually. Once you see the selection outline, often called the marching ants, around the subject, you know Photoshop has the correct area selected. With the subject selected, press Ctrl and C to copy it. Then switch over to the tab with your background image and press Ctrl and V to paste the subject in. Photoshop will place that subject as a new layer on top of your background, which is exactly what we want. Next comes one of the most important parts of the process, scaling and positioning. Right now, the subject may be too large, too small, or sitting in the wrong place, so we need to make it fit naturally into the new scene. Click on the pasted subject layer, then press Ctrl and T to open Free Transform. You'll see a bounding box appear around the subject. From here, use the corner handles to scale the subject up or down. Try to keep the proportions realistic so the person or object looks like it actually belongs in the background image. After that, click and drag inside the transform box to reposition the subject where you want it. This is where you can make the composition look balanced and believable. When everything looks right, press Enter to apply the transform. Now, for the pro step that makes a huge difference. If you stop here, the subject may still look pasted on because the lighting and color tones may not match the background. To fix that, we're going to use Photoshop's Match Color feature. Make sure your top subject layer is still selected. Then go to the top menu, click Image, then Adjustments, and choose Match Color. A dialog box will open, and this is where the magic happens. At the bottom under Destination Options, find the Source dropdown and select the current file name you're working on. Then right below that, in the Layer dropdown, choose your background layer. What Photoshop is doing here is reading the color tones and brightness from the background and applying those tones to your subject. That helps blend the two images together much more naturally. If the effect looks too strong or too weak, use the luminance and color intensity sliders to fine-tune it. Increase or lower them until the subject feels like it belongs in the scene instead of looking cut out and dropped in. Once the colors and lighting feel consistent, click OK to confirm the changes. At this point, your two images should look far more cohesive and the merge should feel realistic and professional. If you want to take it even further, you can always add shadows, adjust contrast, or refine the edges later. But this method gives you a strong base for a clean composite. So that's the full workflow. Select and copy the subject, paste it into the new background, transform it to fit the scene, and then match the color and lighting so everything blends properly. It's a simple process, but when you use it correctly, it can completely change the quality of your Photoshop edits. If this tutorial helped you out, please give it a like, subscribe for more Photoshop tips, and let me know in the comments what you want to learn next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.